I'm Kurt Loder with MTV News. Dazed and Confused, director Richard Linklater's new movie about high school potheads in the 70s features a soundtrack filled with period classics, among them the venerable track by the band War called Lowrider. Lowriders, of course, are members of a distinctive Hispanic-American car culture that emphasizes radical retooling and pneumatic suspensions. And the lowrider capital of the country, it turns out, isn't in Los Angeles, but in Espanola, New Mexico, where we recently paid a visit for the 8th annual Espanola Valley Arts Festival, the high point of the lowrider social calendar. Here's the story.
Just kick a little something for them cars that be bumping.
Everybody has a lowrider here. It's the lowrider capital of New Mexico, Espanola.
With a population of about 12,000, one McDonald's, a Dandy Burger, and a dozen auto shops, in Espanola, lowriders rule.
The lowriders here, you see them out more often than anywhere else. You would see them, they drive them to work and things like that. It's not like something that's going to be stashed in a garage somewhere and then just pulled out once in a while.
It's part of the culture here. I mean, in Espanola, it's passed on from one generation to the next.
Lowrider is a little higher.
My father has, he's got a 47 Fleetline Chevy. It's, he also had a 66 Caprice. He passed it on to me. It's like, if your father has a car, he'll pass it on to his son and his son to the other son. And
Lowrider is a real goer. My brother had a 74 Monte Carlo. He used to hop it all the time. That's what got me into lowriders.
While you can buy a lowrider, those who are really into it build them from the ground up, sometimes taking years and many thousands of dollars to create one.
The first step is to, to make sure all the mechanical end is taken care of. I want to make sure it has new bushings, new ball joints. I don't want it, when it's painted and everything, to fall apart going down the road.
American behemoths of the mid-60s lead the pack when it comes to dropping a ride.
Cause I'm rolling in my 6'4".
Well, as far as I can remember, the 64 has been one of the most popular cars to lower. And if you had to put a top 10 of cars to make it to lowriders, this would probably be in the top 3. This is one thing that people like, is the 6 tail lights. It's long and it's straight. When you lower it, it just looks like it keeps going forever.
This is their life, You work to fix your car up. People know you by the kind of car. I mean, a lot of times you can hear somebody's exhaust. You don't even have to see the car. You can tell by the sound or the kind of stereo they have. It's a part of your identity.
this is the valley, it's the valley, and people come from all around, north, east, southwest, and they all join together, and there's no gangs here. It's everybody's friends here. I don't ever go out of style. It's been since the 60s. My father has been cruising the streets of Espanola since he was a teenager. He's already 40, and he's still cruising in Espanola.
Next up on the Lowrider circuit, the grand finale of Lowrider Magazine's 1993 Unity Tour, a super show on October 24th at the Los Angeles Sports Arena and Coliseum, which will spotlight hundreds of lowriders and will also feature a concert being billed as the Lollapalooza of Latin rap. Finally, MTV News will examine a number of issues raised in its Free Your Mind reports of the past 10 months in a Free Your Mind forum hosted by Tabitha Soren and Allison Stewart tonight at 10 p.m. East and West. Do try to catch it. That's the news for now. We'll be back with more later here on MTV.
MTV News. You hear it first.